This is Dolynny TV, guys. A big welcome back to the NHL 19 Edmonton Oilers franchise mode here on the channel. And today we begin with a little bit of a change up to the power play units. Draisaitl, McDavid, Johansson find themselves up there on that top line. And then, of course, you got Yamamoto and Pulock. Now, Yamamoto, he's been an interesting wild card all season long, putting up 13 points in 27 games. But he's had 5 power play points, so we're hoping he can quarterback that power play. That's where he played last year, right? As a 79, 77, he quarterbacked the first power play unit with the defenseman. So we're hoping he can generate that old offense again. Puljujarvi, Nugent-Hopkins, Bjorkstrand, Eggenberger, Klefbom. So Pulock's got the first power play assignment. So now you've got Klefbom and Eggenberger. Eggenberger's had a lot of assists, right? 7 total. He's been pretty good. Now, the other thing we do have to keep in mind is Shaedon came in with some line suggestions. He wants Peyton Krebs back up there on that top line with McDavid and Puljujarvi. I don't know if I'll buy it, but I'm thinking that the rest of the lines are where the impact's going to be made. You see Eggenberger, Nugent-Hopkins had that hot streak in the last 6 games. Draisaitl over there on the wing. So that's the first time Draisaitl's played the wing in a while. Johansson, Kara, and then Yamamoto. So Yamamoto trying to bring the offense to Jujhar Khaira, who's got an 82 offensive awareness. He's better defensively, so that could help this line. And then Bjorkstrand, Strome, and Kassian as well. So that's huge for us. Let's go double check the scouting, see what things are looking like in terms of that, and then see what we can figure out along the way. So you see, we've got everybody pretty well scouted in the top bit. You see it gets down there a little bit in terms of the WHL, the OHL, and all those guys. So what we got to do is we got to go figure out who those guys are and what they are all about. So let's go assign our scout and find out what we can get for this draft in case we finish the draft finish towards the draft a lot worse than we are right now. So you see we've got pretty good scouting ranks on these guys. We've got him at medium elite, so we'll select and we'll get a potential in comparison. Scott Lang, he's top 5. We don't need a potential in comparison. You see, just get in there with a couple of these guys along the way, and we should be good. That's OHL guys, good, or WHL guys. Pardon me. We've got Comrie looking at all those OHL guys, and the QMJHL. We only have 2 guys being scouted currently, so we gotta go make sure we get that taken care of. De Kaiser will get a potential in comparison, and just get a bunch of guys in here and see what they can turn out for us. Like right now, he'll be back January 10th, so that's good. That's all right. That works for me. So let's go work ourselves down the schedule a little bit. Where do we sit? Well, we sit 7 points back of the Vegas Golden Knights and 7 points back of a playoff spot, whether it be the second wild card or the first wild card at this point. So that's unfortunate. We just got to go out and win a couple of hockey games, and again, more Eastern Conference opponents. So the rest of our schedule is going to be very, very heavy in terms of Western Conference and Pacific Division opponents. Against Detroit, need a big victory here. We get the 4-3 victory. That gets us above 500. Against Florida, back-to-back, and against Pittsburgh, a 5-4 overtime win. So all of a sudden, we're winning and scoring goals like no tomorrow. Against Philly, oh yes sir, the offense comes alive. We're 17-14-1, okay. So we get a couple of points. We're 4 points back of Anaheim all of a sudden. Vegas really struggled in those games, and you see the cutoff is 40 points, but in our division it's 39, so that helps us. Tampa Bay, the last Eastern Conference opponent we got to go. And you see Connor McDavid absolutely lit it up in those past couple of games. Now 35 games played, 24 points. Draisaitl 20. You've got Puljujarvi at 20. Nuge up to 19. Yamamoto at 16. So he's still putting up points. Not quite as many as I would like. Eggenberger, well, you know what? 14 points. So he's come up and definitely gotten himself some points in the last couple of games. Klefbom up to 13. Krebs up to 11. So Peyton Krebs all of a sudden jumping up and getting the job done. 5 points in 5 games. Pulock, Strome, and you see Ethan Bear's taking a step forward in his game this year. 2 points. Man, guy's looking good. And Evan Bouchard up to 2 points as well. Yakov Trenin still scratched because he didn't do much on that 4th line. Either which way, we'll be fine. We're starting to win hockey games, And now we just got to avoid that bad losing streak that came about last time around. So all of a sudden we get into some Pacific Division opponents. But first got to face Tampa Bay. 5-2 victory there against Minnesota. Got to get a victory 4-3 in overtime. 5-1 over Anaheim. Oh man, Shaedon, these lines are clicking. 4-2 against Vancouver. And you got to believe 2-0 against Calgary. Oh yes sir. How about a 6-game winning streak for the Oilers to go 22-14-1 and take over the Pacific Division lead. Oh baby, what an absolute tear for our Oilers. Connor McDavid now putting up point per game material. Draisaitl up to 29, Nuge up to 27, Puljujarvi up to 22, Yamamoto up to 22, Eggenberger sitting at 19, Johansson at 22, Klefbom, Krebs only at 12. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move Krebs down to the third line because we tried putting him on the fourth line and that didn't seem to work. And Yamamoto has definitely earned himself some playing time up there on that top line once again. So let's actually go Eggenberger on the top line with McDavid and Puljujarvi. Why do I want to say Draisaitl? That's been a combination too many years running. So Eggenberger gets up there and Kyler Yamamoto, 8 goals, 14 assists. Let's go out there and play your game, Kyler. You're having a phenomenal run. Just keep it going. It's 22-14. Let's go see what we can get. The next 5 games, then we'll stop and totally review the stats and see where we sit headed into January against San Jose. 3-2 in overtime. Oh baby, we are pulling out rabbits out of the hats at this point. New York, 2-1. Just losing. Oh, there we go. That's a loss. We knew it was coming at some point, thankfully, to an Eastern Conference team. But 26-15-1 in January. If we can finish the month with 30 wins, so what we got to get? 4 wins in another 6, 7, 8 games. Oh yeah, go 500 the rest of the month. We'll be gold. Edmonton 53 points, atop of the division with San Jose, Vegas closely behind us. So it's a dogfight. They're playing a lot of themselves, whereas we've played a lot of Eastern Conference teams. McDavid 34 points, Draisaitl up to 35, Nuge at 30, Puljujarvi 25. So Draisaitl on the wings really working. Kyler Yamamoto only 24 points, -8. You got Johansson at 24, Eggenberger up to 24, Bjorkstrand 19, Klefbom 16. But you see the power play points are really there too. Peyton Krebs up to 13 points, Pulock with 12. So Pulock, that's what we were looking for. A defenseman who can score points. He's on pace for 24. Jujhar with 11, Strome with 11, Benning with 9, Nurse with 9. So Nurse really getting a lot of points, man. And Matt Benning really coming in and all of a sudden getting the points for us. Good on him. Zach Cassian 5 points, Ethan Bear 4 points. That is what we were talking about all season long last year, getting the offense from the defensemen. And how's our goaltending doing? I think our goaltending is doing pretty phenomenal, if I don't say. 240, 920 save percentage for Korpisalo. Calvin Picard's had a shutout, 926 and 218. So those are respectable numbers. Anytime my goaltending is above 920 each or averaging to 920, I'm fine. I'm thinking we are winning hockey games for sure. So let's go double check the stats in the AHL. You see Lee Capaduca, 947, 144 goals against average. That's our franchise goalie. He's up to a 65 overall. Oh, buddy. He is looking good. And how about Vince Byron? He struggled out of the gate 3 games in, so we're going to get him back into rotation right away here. But all skaters. Kirill Maximov, 23 points. Kalle Olvestedt at 71 overall, 21. Ryan McLeod, 19 points at 76 overall. Ooh, I'm liking these numbers, that's for sure. So Kirill Maximov, he gets up to 76, 77. He'll be up in the NHL this year. Hebig, 14. Gambardella, 12 for Kajula. Kajula, I don't know what to do with him. He's kind of just that veteran on the farm at this point, that's for sure. But we're hoping he can come in and get back to his regular form if he ever makes it to the NHL once again. Lindgren with 9 points. Like, alright, Caleb Jones up to 11 points and he's sitting at 78 overall. So I don't know, do we call him up in terms of Joe Morrow? I think we almost have to. So Caleb Jones gonna make the jump to the NHL in this episode for Joe Morrow. Let's go to team management here and roster moves. And it is confirmed that now, defensively, Joe Morrow being sent down to the minors. Hopefully he gets claimed. That would save us a lot of money. And Caleb Jones, come on up to the NHL. Bing, bang, boom, boys. Caleb Jones now a full-time NHLer for the first time in his career as an Oiler. Starting lineups, we need to go options. Best lines down here in the AHL. Hopefully that generates something for him. Kelly Elvestead up there on that power, or that first line with Drake Kajula. Okay. And starting lineups, special teams, defensively. Evan Bouchard's in there right now. But we're going to take out Bouchard for now. He's played a couple games, but we're going to see what the pair of Ethan Bear and Caleb Jones can do for us. And that will be that, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Tyson. This has been Dolynny TV. I will catch you guys in next one.